The one on the back.
And it'll turn on.
Oh, you
Turns
want to open a
green.
window or something?
Yeah, it's a little warm in here, isn't it?
All these bodies.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
sure if that one got turned back on though.
Oh, I think there's a button on there to push to turn the. You might have to hold. There it goes. There it goes.
All right.
Do you want me to open the window? You're all right.
No, we've been using new fresh.
No, because now we're gonna move along quickly.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Thank you. Good to see you all. Phoebe Walker here in my moderator hat.
1 second.
Sir.
I'll move to reopen the select board meeting. It is 6:33.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Up now we have Phoebe Walker to talk to us about the, what are we talking about? The
We're talking
annual
about
town meeting.
Town meeting and the all boards meeting. I don't think that you have the time tonight to talk about the opioid settlement.
No,
There's
no,
nothing
we do
new to report there. Things are going great. Your money's being spent well.
Perfect.
Okay, that's the end of my cog hat.
Well, the only one question I had is,
Yes.
how did we fare in terms of the money that we got? for opiate?
Shafted would be the right description.
And why is that?
Because it's the town of Buckland.
No, well, there's a little bit of zip code action in there, but mostly it has to do with the fact that the national opioid settlement was written to assume that a larger town, you can tell a town is big if it has school employees in its town budget. So every school district, every town that's in a regional school district got almost no money compared to towns that have schools in their budget. So I'm literally meeting with the Attorney General's office about this on Friday. I am not done fighting about it.
Did we get as much as Shelburne?
Nope. Nope. And you get dramatically less than Rowe, a town famous for its opioid problem. Just kidding. That's not true. Don't put that in the newspaper.
Well, it's on TV.
Not famous at all for an opioid problem.
Sarcasm.
So anyway, I could totally come back when you have more time and talk about that.
Yes.
But the COG is really pushing hard on the rural inequities of that money. But in the meantime, we are doing, you and the 14 other towns you're collaborating with are doing a great job, and the money's being spent well. Got a grant to match our good work, so all is well.
Excellent.
Really just here because the bylaws say that when we have an all boards meeting, it is my job to come back and give you the notes and tell you about the all boards meeting. Did you give them notes already?
I have not.
Here are notes for them and you. We do not have to go over this at great length, just wanted to tell you that March 12th, we got together, we had participation from Planning, Zoning, Board of Health, Moderator, Rec Commission, Concom, Select Board, Town Clerk, Solid Waste District, Assessor's Assistant, Finance Committee, Council on Aging, a BSC Parent Group, and your Health District. And we just went around and gave little updates about what we were doing, what we were thinking would happen coming up over the coming year. There was really interesting, I thought, discussion about some intersecting priorities, like the river overlay district idea, Concom and Planning Board maybe meeting together some to work on things together. Various entities, the Board of Health and the Planning Board, thinking about battery energy storage, the municipal vulnerability plan. So it was a good meeting. I don't think there's any action needed on your part. Just want you to know that we had it, and I think we all agreed that having those more than once every couple of years would be a good idea. I thought it was nice, and we had cookies. And thank you, Joan, for coming for the select board.
You're welcome.
Any questions about the all boards meeting? Okay, on to town meeting. I think we're really gonna need to be very clear about what we're doing and explaining about what an override is. I understand from Pam that you guys have decided to just bring the one budget to town meeting. I'll be working with Larry a little on how we frame the, when and, not you, Larry, the other Larry.
No, the other one, definitely.
Yeah.
The other brother, Larry.
We're counting on you, Larry.
L'Oreal.
To work on his presentation and the, how we introduce and go over the budget. I'm wondering whether you guys have a preferred Is one of you wanna also sort of give a little speech before the budget meeting, before the Article 4? Like, do you have anything you wanna say about how the meeting runs, or what things you wanna say? You'll have your votes on the articles, obviously. No? Okay.
No, I think
I
Larry.
I think Larry's got this pretty well in lockdown,
Yeah.
so.
I
He
think so
does.
too.
The other Larry.
Yes. And I think we've talked about a consent agenda for the beginning. I think the numbers you sent me that you were thinking about were different than the numbers I sent you that I was thinking about. And I think that's just because I'm worried that people are thinking enough about school capital expenses that it will derail the consent agenda if we include even what is probably a very small and normal and uncontroversial capital
That's totally fine.
assessment,
Yeah.
so, and I think it's already hard enough to explain what the consent agenda is. So, but I think so if we just don't do those two, I think our two lists
Just not
agree.
7 and 9,
Yeah.
the Mohawk and the tech
I think
capital.
so, I'm worried that it's just gonna trigger a bunch of stuff
Yeah,
about,
no,
and all of a
that's
sudden
totally fine.
someone's not gonna vote for the consent agenda when there's, you know.
Right,
Yep,
okay.
I don't think any of those other, you guys are looking at a draft warrant, so you see what we would be including in the consent? All right, none of the rest of those look controversial to
So we're
me.
not doing 7 and 9.
as part of the consent.
I'd rather not, I just think
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna,
agree with you
it's,
there, it should just be town.
people are just
Just be
kinda
town.
revved up about
Yeah.
money, and I think it's just gonna be confusing.
Those reports of town officers might be controversial.
I'm assuming that there's a town report that one of you will give it a dedication for at the beginning, like we always do.
Yep.
Other than needing a volunteer for a bake sale, I don't have any other complications. I mean, now that we're not doing the crazy thing that the lawyers wanted us to do, I think we don't have a complicated meeting in front of us. It's just hard, it's not complicated.
Right, and
Right.
if we have to come back later,
Come back later.
come back later.
Yep. And I'm in touch with Mohawk, in touch with Otis,
There's a
we're,
track meet, we just found out that afternoon until like 7
Oh.
o'clock, so parking may be challenging.
interesting. Here we thought, like, finally there's no play.
Right.
Finally, we're not like on the set or
Right.
something.
So-
Okay, all right.
What time
Well,
is the track?
we're hardy people, we can
Oh,
walk.
it's during the, this
No,
is
it
a- I
starts
forgot
at like
this is-
4 o'clock, but it goes till about 7, so
Okay.
it will potentially be a complicated.
Okay.
winter.
That's right,
Get no
thank
ticks.
you.
And then come back at
No
night.
ticks on the path. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Anybody else have any concerns, thoughts, things you wanna talk about, town meeting wise,
No.
with me?
You
I'm
ready?
sure you have all kinds of concerns, but anything that involves the moderation?
You amazed me. That didn't take much time.
And I assume your moderator's message, you want it to remain the same?
I'll
Like,
send
want me to
you,
s-
I'll look at it and just,
Okay.
I might, yeah.
Okay.
Are you putting in the packet anything that describes an override?
We're gonna have Larry's preparing his memo, which will touch
Yeah,
upon
and there's the
that for
financial
sure.
terms thing that that
That's
we
in
usually
there.
include, and I think
It
it's in
does-
there, but
it
let's
does.
just, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, it covers all the
Hopefully
bases.
people come to our informational session
Yes.
on Thursday,
yes.
6:30.
Hopefully they do, we hope to see people there, and if you don't come, you still get to have questions on.
Oh, of course.
At town
Of
meeting.
course.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
great, thank you
Awesome.
very much for your time.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Phoebe.
We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Next week.
In terms of search, just look for.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Plan, yep.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. All right, so now we can finally get into our agenda.
Yes.
Lord. We have our 2026 annual town meeting warrant article review.
So typically you go article by article and give your, whether you are recommending approval or not. So you're gonna wanna skip ahead to, cause the first section's all the consent calendar. That's why they don't really go in order necessarily. So if you move to it says page 30 at the top. It's like 2 pages in. And then you'll see Article 2 at the bottom, starts there,
Annual town report.
and then you'll go, and you go up to Article 18, so there's 18
So we don't have
articles.
to recommend the other one?
Well, the other ones are the same, they're just
They're
part
all
of the
in there.
consent.
Oh,
That's just all part of
So
it.
it will mirror on the consent
oh, I see, it
calendar.
says consent here, yes.
Yeah. It's a little confusing the way it's set up, I will admit. So I can let you know that the finance committee has given they voted last week about their recommendations. So I don't know if you want me to tell you as we go article by article what their decision was, or if it matters. But happy to do that if you so desire. So we're
But
starting.
it already says something here.
Don't ignore that. That's
Okay.
just in there as a placeholder because
Oh, okay,
I'm-
thank you.
it's a draft, so,
Okay.
yep.
All right.
So Article 2, Annual Town Reports is where we will be starting.
Yeah, I mean, that one's.
That's an easy one to
easy.
start with.
That's a
That's the easy
boilerplate
one.
one.
So you'll just make a motion to recommend approval or,
I'll make a motion to approve Article 2, the annual town reports.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
and the Finance Committee also mirrored that approval.
Article 3. None of these have changed from last year.
Nope, the salaries are all the same as they've been.
Move to approve Article 3, salaries of elected officials.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Article 4. A little bit of a change in this one.
Yes, and this reflects the budget that was decided upon going forward, which would require the $500,000 override.
Okay.
Article 4, I'll move to approve the town operating budget.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Special line items.
These are all of the lines that carry forward each year. We're still waiting to get, Alicia had to reach out to the DOR to ask if the election salaries can be included with the election expenses. So that one may change. It's already in the budget, but it may show up here in the special line items as opposed to as part of the operating budget. So there's no change in amounts. It's just where it appears in the warrant.
So this is all, these are all carryover numbers?
These will carry forward to future years. This is this year's appropriations for FY '27, but these are special line items, and special line items,
So this isn't money that's already sitting in an
No.
account that's
no,
changing over?
no.
Okay.
This is this coming year's appropriations in each
Gotcha.
of these lines.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll move to approve Article 5, special line items.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Article 6, the Mohawk Trail Regional School District assessment.
So this is their operating budget, including transportation.
Right. What was the amount of the increase on that?
It was almost 10%. You have the spreadsheet there too, which and that is 300 and, hold on. Here. So the operating went up $321,774. But you've got to do the math because the transportation came down a little. So it's Actually, I think on the other sheet from Larry. I don't know, but it did, slightly. He had spelled it out on this page. Thought he had
First number was the 321 though.
So it went up 9.9% over FY '26. He didn't actually break down what the dollar amount was that it went up from, which we'll just have to do some subtraction. Which we did at the last meeting. I didn't bring that with me again, Clint.
I wasn't at the last one.
You were. You were on the phone.
Oh yeah, I was. I didn't have the numbers in front of me though.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
For what?
What the
He
total-
wants to know what the total increase is
Total
from last
increase
year
in
to this
school.
year. 2,990,096 plus.
I had it at the 321, but she said it went down a little bit.
321?
It was 321,000, but she said it
Oh,
was
oh,
gonna be
oh.
less.
Well, because of the, so let me subtract last year's operating. $296,788. $296,788.
So that's their total increase.
Mhm.
for this fiscal year. All right, I am going to make a motion to not support Article 6, the Mohawk Trail Regional School District assessment.
I second that.
Any further discussion?
No?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.
It's just, it's unaffordable for our town, and I just question the cuts that could have been made.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
question, yes.
Article 7, the Mohawk Trail Regional School District capital assessment. Wasn't that getting tabled?
That's a different capital assessment. This is the one we've been paying annually.
Okay.
The ones that were tabled were the two articles
For
that
this
came in
year.
late for
Okay.
this, yeah.
And we're committed to this, correct?
Right,
Yeah.
okay. I'll make a motion to support Article 7, the Mohawk Trail Regional School District capital assessment.
Seconded.
Any further? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did the finance committee support the Mohawk Trail assessment?
They did not support Mohawk or Franklin County Tech
Okay.
operating assessments.
Article 8, the
Oh.
Franklin County Tech School operating assessment. How much of an increase was?
I knew you were gonna ask that. Hold on.
Well, all the meetings that I sat through, and for some reason I don't
That-
remember actually ever hearing a
Yeah,
number
there were
of our
numbers.
increase.
There
Well,
were.
I know there was numbers.
It was $28,203 for this year,
For an increase.
a 9.3% increase.
28,000 what?
203. And you do have that in this document if you want to peruse it, study it later. It's
So-
in your folder.
So in terms of this, it depends on how many students go
Mhm.
to Mohawk, to
How
Franklin
many
County
Buckland
Tech.
students are?
How many Buckland?
Mhm.
So that's basically a fixed amount, in a way.
Well, it depends how many students we have. We're guaranteed a certain number of slots, but we can be assigned more if other towns don't use all of their slots.
Can we turn those other slots down, though?
I don't believe so.
Interesting.
Mm.
All right, well, I will, make a motion to not support Article 8, the Franklin County Tech School operating assessment.
I second that.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Article 9, the Franklin County Tech School capital assessment. This is the same as the Mohawk
Mhm.
Right.
capital.
Mhm.
I'll make a motion to support Article 9, the Franklin County Tech School capital assessment.
I'll second that.
Any further? All in favor?
Aye.
Article 10, tuition and transportation for Smith Vogue.
For one student.
It's better than the 3 we were looking at.
Yeah.
That's true.
I will make a motion to support Article 10, the tuition and transportation for Smith Vocational School.
Second that.
Further? All in favor?
Aye.
Article 11, the Sherburne Falls wastewater treatment facility budget. I will make a motion to support the Sherburne Falls wastewater treatment
I'll
facility
second that.
budget. Any further? All in favor?
Sorry.
Article 12, the capital and/or debt expenses for the Sherburne Falls wastewater treatment facility enterprise fund. I will make a motion to accept Article 12.
Second that.
Any further? All in favor?
Aye.
And Article 13, the special wastewater treatment facility line items. We'll make a motion to support Article 13.
I'll second that.
Any further? All in favor?
Aye.
Article 14, the town capital expenses to be purchased with free cash. Looks like these were all ones that we were already paying on, correct?
The highway truck,
Except the repaving.
no, paving is an annual, you typically
Yeah.
put that amount in annually.
Yeah.
The highway truck loan payment, that was new last year, the town voted to support that, and the truck is actually coming, I think, this week, took that long.
Wow.
So this is gonna, to continue that
Better
5-year
than the last one
repayment.
we got. That
Yeah.
one was what, 4 years?
Yeah, this one was a little quicker than that.
I'll make a motion to support Article 14.
Second that.
Any further?
Yeah, what's the Buckland Museum improvements? What?
So that's
Lot,
for
I can't
the,
remember that.
it's annually, they request that for the Historical Museum in Upper Buckland. So they have maintenance and so forth that they're doing
Okay,
annually.
okay, I was trying to remember when we were talking about it, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that we pull out of free cash every year.
Yes, yeah.
Any further? All in favor?
Aye. Yeah.
Article 15, town debt service. I'll make a motion to support Article 15.
I'll second that.
Any further? All in favor?
Aye.
Article 16, other post-employment benefits, OPEB. I will make a motion to support Article 16.
I second that.
Any further? All in favor?
Aye.
Article 17, approve prior fiscal year invoices.
At this point, we're still in limbo on that, so you can pass over that. 'Cause I have nothing,
Oh, no motion, no
There
action.
aren't any.
well, there could be one out there, but we're still going back and
It's,
forth
it's
with
not
the
here
company.
yet.
It's
Yeah.
searching.
So,
Yeah,
at
okay.
some point we may.
But is it
But-
something that we should still vote on at town meeting?
I don't have any of the
In case
amounts or
something-
anything I can give you, so
Okay.
maybe by then we might, but
Okay.
hoping
Okay.
by the end of the week to have that nailed down.
Oh, yeah, for it's 25 anyways. So.
Mhm.
All right, so no action on that one. Article 18, stabilization appropriation. Alright, make a motion to support Article 18.
Second that?
Any further? All in favor?
Aye.
Look at that. Push us through our warrant article review. Our next agenda item is the 2026 town election. The wording of a ballot question asking the voters to approve an override of the levy limit for the purpose of funding school and municipal operations.
There's just a slight change. It said, I think in your last meeting, it said up to 500,000, and it really needs to just be
Okay.
Straight
500,000.
500,000, yeah.
So, I kind of put it here for you if you want to just amend the language to read and then speak what's there.
Make a motion to amend the language for the town, annual town election ballot to read, shall the town of Buckland be allowed to assess an additional 500,000 in real estate and personal property tax for the purpose of funding school and municipal operations for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2026.
I guess I'll second that.
Okay. Further?
No.
All in favor?
Aye. Okay.
All right, next agenda item, we have a declaration of surplus property for disposition. A 2010 International dump truck, plow and wing. So it's the truck, plow and wing?
Mhm. And this is the truck that's being replaced with the new truck.
Okay.
So,
So when the new truck comes in?
Correct.
This will go
correct,
into surplus.
Mhm.
And
Gotcha.
then it is highest bid, or how do you
Mhm.
sell that?
basically.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
We'll make a motion to declare the 2010 International dump truck, plow and wing as surplus property for disposition.
Second, oh, is it my
Oh,
turn?
you did, you did. Yep.
A second, I second
Any
it.
further? All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, we,
All right, hey, look at that.
We have a copy of the motion.
I do, Mary.
Yeah,
Didn't make it into your packet.
I may have misplaced it.
there's so much stuff.
There's a lot in
It's
your
in there.
folder.
It's in there.
Sweet.
Over there? Great.
No, that's.
Oh, that's not it?
That's something else.
Okay.
All right,
Who seconded that?
I
Joan.
did.
Joan did, okay.
All right, documents, we have our minutes and warrants, our minutes from April 14th, 2026. And also the warrants, 2612. I'll make a motion.
2622.
2622, sorry,
It's okay.
for both.
One's WP and one's W. One's payroll and one's warrant regular. Geez, you go to Europe and you're all out of practice.
You asked me this morning if I
How
was
jet
jet lagged.
lagged you were.
And I said I was enough to where I probably shouldn't come in tonight, and you told
Oh,
me I
you
had
did
to be
just
here.
fine, you just did
You're
fine.
doing
Yeah,
good.
great.
Make a motion to accept both minutes and warrants for April 14th.
I'll second that.
Okay. Further, all in favor?
Aye.
A letter of support for the Deerfield River Watershed Association's 26 Woodland Partnership Grant for their initiative to continue working toward National Wild and Scenic River designation.
So that's a continuation. I know they came and did a presentation for us probably, I don't know, 5, 6 months ago now? I can't remember.
Yeah.
And so
I think it was
they're,
back in December.
they're going for the next grant to sort of continue on working towards that designation, and they hoped that you would sign a letter of support for them.
I'll make a motion to sign a letter of support for the Deerfield River Watershed Association's 26 Woodland Partnership Grant.
I second that.
Any further? All in favor?
Aye.
And the next one is more to authorize me to sign the letter of hire for the 2 new summer employees at the Buckland Rec area.
All right, so we have letters for hire for 2 new summer employees at the Buckland Rec area. Joshua Cerrone and Oliver Ferris. I will make a motion to allow the town administrator to sign any and all paperwork regarding the hire of the summer employees.
I'll second that. They're two fine gentlemen. They really are good kids.
All right, any further? All in favor?
Aye.
Permits and licenses, do you have any?
No.
Did we have any permits and
No.
licenses? Perfect.
No.
Excellent. Items not reasonably anticipated by chair 48 hours in advance of the meeting. I think we had enough tonight, so I'm gonna say no. Select board member concerns.
If we have any, I think we have to hold them off too. We gotta get out of here.
No
No,
concern.
I have.
We addressed a lot tonight.
Yeah, we did.
Town administrators, 2-minute
Short
report.
So just a few things. The Riverview Park Committee has resumed meetings regarding the Pocket Park up on Conway Street. Christian LaPlante, who's the new downtown district coordinator, has sort of resurrected the idea of applying for a grant that project would be a good fit for. It's one of the one-stop grants. It's due June 3rd. This grant would provide an award up to $250,000 with no match from the town. It was made very clear to Christian that we unfortunately do not have any funds to provide matching monies towards. There may be a small amount of money left from some earlier fundraising that potentially could be used as a match, but he's going to be coming to the next meeting to sort of bring everybody up to speed on where things are and what the plan is and
And
so forth.
what would they accomplish with that amount of money?
well, that's what Christian's going to come and talk to you about.
Okay.
They're working on it now. They've had just their first meeting, but time is pretty tight.
Next
because
meeting.
June
Next
3rd.
meeting, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a quick update on the Iron Bridge sidewalk closure. We've had reports of people continuing to use the sidewalks, even though they should not, because of the pictures we saw. I did reach out to Mass DOT. They're going to bring some concrete barriers to better secure and deter people from using the sidewalk.
And hopefully it doesn't collapse.
I know.
The sidewalk.
Well, they'll have to fix it, yeah.
He also said that their design consultant is wrapping up their submittal and it's expected at the end of this week. Then they have to review it and possibly resubmit. But once it's approved, they should be able to work with a contractor on the repairs. So he's supposed to keep me posted on that.
So probably 2028.
I let Terry and Shelburne know as well. So let's see what else. One-stop grants are due on June 3rd, and I will be submitting an expression of interest for Charlemont Road again. I'm hopeful this time that
So, will submitting that one-stop grant for
it's
Charlemont
a
Road
different,
have, okay.
totally different program.
Making sure it's not
Yeah.
gonna have any
No,
effect,
no,
because,
no.
that's certainly gonna take precedence over,
Right, no, they're two separate
Yeah.
pots of, One Stop is now the universal landing page for all the grants, so, there's many that are out there and you can apply for as many
Yep.
as you need, and I've
Just
been
making
told
sure.
that it should not deter you from whatever, they should be that separately. Since we last met, we had the 25% design public hearing for the TIP, the Transportation Improvement Plan project that is scheduled for Route 112 in Buckland. It's a $21.5 million project that will provide reconstruction and bicycle accommodations from the top of North Street to the Buckland Rec area. Sidewalks and bike lanes will be added with a crossing at Mohawk that will then propose to bring the sidewalk up that side of Route 112 to the Buckland Rec. very good turnout of residents at the hearing, and concerns were raised by some in attendance regarding the placement of the sidewalks and whether they could be moved to the other side of the road. And that's, I think, one of the reasons Marie is here tonight during the public comment. I think she wanted to add something about that meeting, but that is my report for this evening.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well, sorry you had to wait so long,
I know.
but we're at the
I
public
got
comment.
caught up on needing to edit some things on phone, so, all right. Okay, so I'll try to be very quick. Pam's right on. I have tried to figure out when and how it was that it was decided that the town wanted from North Street to the rec both both bike lanes on both sides and a sidewalk on one side.
That's not the town,
That's
that's a
state
state
highway.
requirement.
No, it's not, the sidewalk is not a requirement.
No, but this is
Bike
a
lanes.
state project.
I understand.
Not a-
So the bike lanes are, as long as they do anything to the road, what we heard from the engineers today at our house, is if all they do is pave the road, they need to put in bike lanes. So even though I'd love to find a way around the 8-foot bike lane and make it a smaller,
Yeah.
that's not why I'm here today. I'm here today because the reason that a sidewalk has been put in is because the town allegedly requested it, or FERCog or somebody. That is what they told us today. And basically, originally it was just from the top of North Street to Mohawk that there would be a sidewalk. And then they decided to put it all the way to the rec. And the issue is that neither the town nor the state are willing to plow the sidewalk or maintain the sidewalk. So we will have a sidewalk that can get snow dumped on it, so it will be completely unusable by anybody during the winter, which is a big reason we want the sidewalk, because it's the kids at school that are walking to and from town. It's not clear to me who they think was ever going to walk between Mohawk and the rec when you can walk through the woods. Why would you walk on 112? But basically, having the sidewalk means that all the old trees in front of Mohawk will be cut down. And it will mean that we have the sidewalk in our front yard. And it will mean that, that we do have a sidewalk. But, and it's not like it's a horrible thing, but it feels like not a good use of money. And it's certainly not a good use of state or federal resources. And we think that the sidewalk should be taken out of things. Because as soon as the snow gets in there, then everybody's gonna for sure walk in the bike lane anyway. And the bike lane is is designed to be a 2-foot buffer between the travel lane, the 2 car travel lanes. Then there'd be a 2-foot buffer, and then there'd be a 6-foot bike lane. And we really feel that that would be fully adequate protection for both cyclists and pedestrians. However, you can't call it a shared use, because as soon as you call it shared use, then it won't be plowed by the state, and it will be elevated like a sidewalk. It will be like an enormous sidewalk, and it will only be on one side of the road, which takes away its usefulness for people going to and from. And cyclists wouldn't use it if they had to ride against other cyclist traffic.
Right. So I would like to, just for clarification purposes, because I have been on this board since that whole project started being talked about. At no point in time did we have any input as the town of Buckland into that project that's going on up there. That project was brought to our attention when we were working on the Upper North Street project.
I think it was actually prior to that. What year did he tell us
Yeah.
it started?
He told
was-
us it started in 2013.
Yeah.
And
So then
the,
it wasn't, that was prior to
it was
me being
before
here,
you,
Yeah.
But,
because we were looking
over,
at
but
videos
over
of
the
it
last
today.
almost 6 years that I've been here, there's been no discussion on the town having any say in
Right.
that project.
Well, what the engineers said to me today was,
Back then, I know the bike lanes weren't part of it either, because that's a new thing over the last 3 years.
The
4
healthy
years.
transportation thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's just started,
Right.
the last few years. Mm-hmm. So, because we actually fought them on, they wanted to put dual bike lanes on Upper North Street. And that project almost
Oh,
blew
my.
up because we said no.
And that was DOT?
Yeah.
But now on North Street, it's the whole, it's the
Right.
whole thing, yeah. It just-
But they wanted to
Right, right.
widen that road even more.
How did you get around that?
We told them we weren't doing the project.
Uh-huh. Because,
So-
I mean, as a cyclist,
But they wanted that part of the project
right,
because of this other project moving forward on 112.
on 112.
That was like the final stage for them to actually be able to do that section of 112. That's how it was explained to me. So, when we came back and we said, we're not doing any more taking of property because of everything that happened off of Conway Street and Summer and South Street,
Right,
we did so much there that we vowed that we were not doing that again, as a town to our residents. There was minimal, I think, for the sidewalks, so there was some minimal takings, but it was knocked down that for the single bike lane.
on that side.
So.
Yeah,
that
I
we
mean, it's
pushed
gonna be
back
an
on and-
8-foot bike lane
Right. We pushed back on it and they conceded
for
at that
North
point.
Street?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, right.
so,
And your sidewalk isn't 5.5 feet either.
right,
No.
Yeah.
But
But it's not a state highway.
correct.
that-
It doesn't have to be 5.5 feet because it's not on a state highway.
Right,
But I like your idea, what you did say, which is true. Once it goes in the state plows, those sidewalks are gonna be
Right.
full.
yeah,
And for all the years I've been here, teaching, working in Mohawk and all this stuff, there's not a lot of students that really walk from the center of town to the school. The biggest use was maybe the cross-country team went out and ran on it, and, I shouldn't say that because all of a sudden it'll happen. I've never heard of an accident or anything, so I'm just curious if this is gonna create, you know what I'm saying?
oh, absolutely, there's research that says, there's contradictory research, but there's some research that shows that when you have a bigger, wider travel, or a visual that says, this is a 4-lane highway, which is what, you've got two 11-foots and then two 8-foots. It's gonna make you feel like you're on a 4-lane highway, that will increase the speed.
Definitely.
I think having the buffered will help reduce that impact somewhat, but, I mean, it's gonna feel a lot like you're on the Mohawk Trail on 112.
I'm trying to think of,
Personally, I think it's a little ridiculous to where we need to have 2 8-foot bike lanes.
I think 2 6-foot bike lanes, where there's 2 feet of buffer and then 4 feet of bike lane would be, oh wait, what did I say before? No, I personally think a 1-foot buffer and a 4-foot bike lane, because all the vehicles are supposed to stay 4 feet away from you. And I think as soon as you put the buffer in, they're gonna stop thinking about needing to stay away from the cyclist. But if you have a 1-foot buffer and then a 4-foot bike lane, then the cyclist can be on the side and know that they're gonna be 4 feet away from traveling traffic. I am going to try to do some more research to see if that's even an option. The way the engineers talked today, they said not a chance. But they were very, very opinionated and uninterested in changing their opinions about anything.
But so is Mass DOT.
Well, and they were Mass
Yeah,
DOT.
Mass DOT.
That's who they were.
Yeah.
So,
And that
but they
was the
did
issue
say
we were
you
running
can get
into.
rid of the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So the sidewalk would be one way to reduce the Mohawk Trail with a sidewalk experience.
I mean, I can't think of any other sidewalks along Route 112, can you?
There aren't any.
There aren't any.
No, so why, that's weird.
It's not been an issue, and that's the sad part with our luck. As soon as they do that, it will be an issue. Something will happen, and it bothers me.
Well, but if we have any kind of bike lane on the side, then I think that really covers the, you just can't call it a mixed use or a
I'm
shared
talking about
use.
not having
No,
a
but it
sidewalk.
at least.
you know?
Right,
it
get rid of
gives-
the sidewalk and have,
Yeah.
It gives a safer space for
Exactly.
Right,
people.
there you
and I
go.
totally support that.
Yes, good way to say it.
Yes. I forget if I said this, but if you select board don't protest the sidewalk, then it will go in. That's the way it's been phrased to me, is the sidewalk is going in unless you write a letter to the DOT saying, we don't want the sidewalk. If you put the sidewalk in, then all those old trees in front of Mohawk, those will be cut down. And then also, and I don't know if this will, how it will affect things, but when you come up North Street, after you cross Rand Road and you're going around that curve there, that's where a retaining wall is going in, and in that section, there's 57 trees that are gonna be cut down. And it seems to me, although I don't know, that if you don't have a sidewalk, you have only the 8-foot bike lane, then they might not have to cut all those trees down, because the sidewalk does add 5.5 feet of width.
So what needs to be done to,
Select Board needs to write a letter to the DOT, and ideally, it would happen within the 10-day comment period, and we're already on day, I think it's, because, well, it's not 8, because they did finally allow today that Patriots' Day didn't count.
Okay.
So I think it brings us to May 3rd or 4th.
so we can
So-
authorize you to write a letter, or how
I'll
does it
make a
go?
motion to authorize our town administrator to send a letter to Mass DOT, stating that, we would not like walkways put in on Route 112,
Sidewalk,
or sidewalk.
that's their term.
Shouldn't the other people that had
I was-
been at the information night be privy to that?
I'm wondering if, because this wasn't a, not to to derail anything, but because it wasn't an agenda item, how that works.
Yeah, that's, we're into an issue here. Do we know who the engineers are for Mass
Yes.
DOT? Can you reach out to them tomorrow and see if
Mhm.
we can put this on our next agenda?
Mhm.
And we can do a
Will,
little bit.
will it be too late, though?
Well, that's why I would like.
Yeah,
to-
I mean, she,
We
you
could
could
ask
write
about
and
an
say they're
extension of that.
intending to,
There was discussion at this
Yeah.
meeting
Yes.
that we had a concern from a resident, and it's enough that we would like to discuss this further, and how would that?
Right.
If they would give an extension for public comment,
Right.
I can ask.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, we'll do that instead. You can strike that motion.
I did,
She did.
Mary's one of the people who said she didn't want to shovel her sidewalk.
I just said I didn't want to shovel it.
Right. And I don't think Mehdi is gonna come over and shovel the sidewalk along his field either.
Well, that's the problem,
No,
is
he'll be
nobody's
too
going to
busy to
maintain
transfer
that.
Right.
station, so.
The town certainly cannot maintain it.
No.
Right.
They move that big, plow that big snow right on top of it, with the.
Well, exactly. They're gonna plow it onto the sidewalk.
Thank you.
I really appreciate how long you guys have been here. You thanked me for waiting through the warrant. Well, you guys have been here a long time and dealt with a lot of stuff, so thank you for giving me an additional 10 minutes or
We were
whatever it's
due.
been.
Any further public comment? All right. Barring none,
Okay.
announcements and upcoming meetings, we have our public forum on the fiscal year 27 budget on April 30th at 6:30 PM at the, here at the town
Here,
hall.
Yep.
We have our annual town meeting, May 5th, 2026, at Mohawk Trail Regional High School at 6:30 PM. And our next select board meeting will be May 12th. And that will be here at 5 PM. And then annual town elections on June 2nd, from 10 AM to 8 PM.
Yep.
Anything else? And nothing else. All right, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, they must be wondering where in
Second
the
that.
heck
All
is
right,
supper.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No,
All right,
you made most of it.
thank you and have a good evening.
And our clerks.